What's up guys, I'm Tony Wodarck. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about my story. The title of this video is Overnight Success, and it's kind of a joke. I've been shooting photos for almost 20 years, and just in the last couple years I've managed to build a successful business with photography. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about my backstory, tell you about how I got here. In 2001 in high school, I started shooting with this. I took a high school photography class and my dad lent me his Canon AE1. And I learned all the basics, aperture, shutter speed, ISO, shooting film, all of that stuff with this camera. And I kind of fell in love with photography. My photos were terrible, but it didn't really matter. I was just having a lot of fun shooting them. And we had a dark room at our school, and so I was able to develop the negatives and make my own prints and do all of that. So it was a really cool way to learn. Then my senior year of high school, my parents got me a camera for my graduation gift. They got me like the nicest digital camera they could at the time. It was 2 megapixels. It had a nice zoom lens, but in retrospect, it's a terrible camera. It was great because it allowed me to take a ton of photos and I loved it, but the size of it was really weird. The zoom lens on it is pretty nice. I could kind of shoot a wide range of photos, but 2 megapixels was pretty bad. But that was just kind of the transition period where digital cameras were starting to get popular. And I think that was probably around a $400 camera or so at the time, which was pretty expensive for a gift. But I took a ton of photos. I just kept falling in love with photography. That was kind of throughout college. I traveled a lot. I went on semester at sea where we traveled around the world, and I was part of the photo team. We created a coffee table book that was basically 124 pages of our trip around the world, all photos from all of the students, and there's a professional photographer on the trip, Joshua Weisberg, who's an amazing photographer. And I was the design editor, so I got to help pick the photos and lay out the entire book and InDesign. And I just got to work with a ton of photographers and really learn how to tell a story through a large book, and also just got to see a lot of different people's takes on travel photography, which has always been a passion of mine. So fast forward over the last 15 years, I've been traveling quite a bit around the world, and basically every country I'd go to, I'd shoot a ton of photos, and I'd create a Facebook album or Instagram album or a blog of all my favorite photos, and really tried to take my followers and fans and friends along the trip with me and show the food, landscape, architecture, and all of that. That's kind of been my passion. That's the type of photography that I've been shooting, is just kind of travel, nature photography. I used to always joke that I used to ask people to step outside of my frame. Like I'd be like, excuse me, can you step aside? Thank you, click. And now I take photos of people for part of my living, I guess. So basically in 2015, I started selling surfboards for coworkers. Kind of totally unrelated to photography. I was selling my own surfboards at the time, and all the people I work with at Hurley have tons of surfboards that they don't use. And so they started letting me sell them and taking a commission on them. And so basically in 1 year, I sold $10,000 worth of surfboards. And I took that money, and instead of just buying random stuff, more surfboards or whatever I would have bought with that, I took all that money and saved it up. Didn't really have a plan on what I wanted to buy, but finally I kind of had a couple extra $1,000, which I don't normally have. I decided to buy professional camera gear. So I bought a Canon 6D, 51.8 nifty 50. I kind of started my next level of like professional photography. This is in 2016. And as soon as I got that camera, started doing family shoots and just kind of friends shoots. And then friends started hitting me up for, hey, will you shoot my wedding? And so I shot a couple weddings. I didn't really have any clue what I was doing. They were kind of smaller weddings, and so it didn't really matter. I did a great job. Like, I still love a lot of the photos that I took during those. I also, didn't have the same knowledge that I have now, but it was a learning experience. I only charged like $500 for those weddings, which to me was a ton of money at the time. I was like, whoa, I'm killing it. $500 to take photos is awesome. But you learn a lot, the tens of hours that go into it afterwards of culling all the photos, editing, all of that. Yeah, so that kind of got me into shooting weddings, and I was shooting basically everything I could. At the end of 2016, I created a website and put myself out there as like, hey, I'm a photographer for hire. I was still calling myself like an aspiring photographer at the time because I was too like afraid to actually call myself a photographer, even though I've been shooting photos for 15 plus years. It's intimidating taking that leap from kind of amateur to like now I'm charging money and I'm professional or whatever you want to say. So it was a big transition, and I just went head first into the deep end and basically created a website and put my name out there. That was at the end of 2016. I quickly realized that I wanted to do weddings. There was a lot of money in weddings, which was great from a business standpoint because I also have a full-time job at Hurley. I needed to make sure that I was maximizing the time that I was spending making a profit, but also doing what I love. So basically the first year I took every single gig I possibly could, family shoots, newborn shoots, friends, weddings, everything. I worked basically every single day, every minute of the day, either at Hurley during the day or photography at night, and every single weekend I worked for an entire year, basically all of 2017. But that got my business off the ground and really got my ball rolling in weddings, which became quickly my passion of like, this is what I want to focus on. As I kind of went into 2018, I realized, okay, I'm going to do a lot less. I'm going to do a lot less of these little shoots and really focus on weddings. Kept raising my prices, kept offering a better service to my clients, kept really like researching my photos and seeing what parts I was weakest at and really wanted to improve upon. Studying other photographers' works, joining a bunch of Facebook groups, making friends with people in the photography community, just doing a bunch of stuff to get more experience. I second shot for a lot of amazing photographers. So basically I did all of that kind of over the last couple years, and now it's 2019, we're in the middle of it. I've gone from $500 weddings 2.5 years ago to now I do over $5,000 weddings. So it's been a really great, quick progression with my company, and it's just been super fun along the way. I feel like I really connect with couples. I thrive off of those high pressure environments, but also trying to stay calm and just have fun with my couples. And so I feel like weddings are a perfect fit for me. And I think my clients would say the same, hopefully too. I think all the reviews that I have are super positive, and all the vendors I work with highly recommend me. So it's just been really fun, and I'm super grateful for all the opportunities I've had. The reason I tell you all this is because I want to encourage you and let you know that it is hard work. I work all the time, whether it's creating free education, creating YouTube videos, shooting weddings, editing, all of that stuff, client communication, but I'm super passionate about it. And so if you're starting your photography journey and you're thinking, oh, I can make a bunch of money or get a business going or whatever, just realize that it's gonna be a lot of work, and it's a lot more work at the starting. My job's gotten a lot easier over the last couple of years, but now I fill that time with just doing more education and more fun stuff. But it's a lot of hard work learning everything, learning client management systems, learning how to send galleries, call weddings, how to edit faster. There's a ton of upfront learnings, but it gets easier along the way. And as you get better and as you learn more, you can raise your prices and continue to offer a better service for your clients. And there is opportunity for you to, whether you want to do this full time, you want to just supplement an income that you already have, whatever, there's opportunity in photography. And I feel like a lot of people, including myself a couple years ago, were super intimidated by an oversaturated market. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never gonna succeed. There's so many amazing photographers out there. I know nothing. But I quickly realized that the photography community, or there are people in the photography community that are super willing to share their knowledge and help you out, whether that's through Rising Tide Society, through things like Breeze Shootout Society, through Facebook groups like Steel and Flint and Bree and Stevens Instagram Marketing Secrets. There's just a plethora of resources. I'll try to link a bunch of them down below in the comments. But there's just a great positive community out there. Of course there's haters, of course there's competition, but I think if you focus on community and positivity and finding good people, you can totally be successful in this job. That's it. I just wanted to kind of share my story. As I started this YouTube channel, I wanted to make a bunch of videos, made a bunch of videos, realized that most of you guys don't even know who I am, and so I wanted to create this video to let you just know a little bit about my story. I'd love to do a Q&A in the future, so if you have any questions, whether that's business or photography related, or just for me personally, please leave those in the comments below. Like this video, drop a comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. But really, I just wanted to kind of introduce myself to you guys and let you know that there's a ton of hard work that goes into creating a business around photography, but there's a ton of reward and just opportunity and just fun along the way. So I hope this video encourages you guys, and I hope you were able to learn a little bit about me. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Thanks guys.